Libra 13. Children blowing soap bubbles. So this is all about fun and lightness of being. It's the case that when we play, we awaken a different aspect of our being. You have sayings like, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. And this is suggesting that unless we balance our work with something lighter, which is fun, then we become dull. We lose life. We lose the life force. And these lessons that we learn through play are equally valid. We're likely to learn as much through play as we are through work. And what we learn is how to manage our energy in a way which is productive. The formula might be something like this, that fun changes our mood, lightens our mood, and this releases additional energy. And then we have the energy to accomplish whatever it is we want to accomplish and need to accomplish in life. So it isn't necessary to think that play is a waste of time. In fact, it's probably necessary for us to play and relax and have fun. Not just relax, just we need to have fun in order to optimize our energetic output in life. So, we're touching upon the existence of enchantment. Now, serious-minded people have persuaded us to leave enchantment in the realm of children's stories. It's really, really good to teach children fairy stories and magic and talk about unicorns and so on, up to a certain age, and then we mustn't talk about them anymore. We're not allowed to believe in that stuff as adults. That's strange, isn't it? Teaching your children enthusiastically to believe in magic and enchantment, and then making sure that they don't believe in it after a certain age. That's really strange. And it's wrong. We should believe in magic in our adult years, and the absence of that belief is causing no end of problems on the earth. The way that things occur, they don't follow a predetermined structure all the time. There is a way to do things. We have to identify the problem, collect the resources, choose which we prefer, set about dealing with problems, envision the future, deal with what comes up, and take into account other people's objections, and then accept that actually, and here's the bottom line, we don't get what we set out to get. We get something a little bit different, or a lot different. That's how it is. We never get what we intend to get. And the difference between what we intend to get and what actually happens is magic, really. That's the operation of uncontrollable forces. If we look at nature, nature teaches us about rhythm, doesn't it? Day and night, summer following the spring, rain following the sunshine, and all of that. The tides. Rhythm is all that there is to life. And yet, no two days are the same as each other. No two seasons are the same as each other that they were last year. Nothing is ever the same, because there's this anarchistic element to life. This is the green man in pagan terminology. The May Queen may be the rhythm of life, but the green man is the divine anarchist that wants something a little bit different every time. So this is the operation of enchantment. This is the pixie, the leprechaun, the fairy, the elf, mischievously playing with the rhythm of life, just to make it unique and expressive of self, originality. And we can't pretend that that's not the case. We mustn't deny that within ourselves. We set about to have this stable, comfortable rhythm that we can operate in order to overcome difficulties, to get the income we need, to pay the bills, to give security to the kids, a home. We do all of that, and that's absolutely valid, of course. And yet, if we don't break that rhythm sometimes and have a little bit of fun, a little bit of naughtiness, we've missed the point. Because the point is the interaction between these two things. What is stable and predictable on the one hand, and what is enchanting on the other. The interaction of those two things. The female principle and the male principle. The interaction between them. That's got the juice in life. And this isn't just a philosophy. We all feel it. We all change when a member of the opposite sex comes up, because the polarity is established. We all love it when day turns to night, and when night turns to day, and when spring turns to summer, because this difference that makes the difference is life. And the the operation of children's play is all about that. It's all about changing from one thing to another quickly. They're terrible on their attention spans, aren't they, children, by our standards, because they keep on changing in order to reflect the changing life force which is constantly moving around them. And they're sensitive to it. And in the moment when a soap bubble is created, there's this single moment of time when it's magical, and then it pops. And then you make another. And that's how life is. You build this bubble which you're enchanted by, and that might be a relationship, or a job, or a holiday, or a project, and you're enchanted with it until it pops. And then you blow another one. It's never going to be any different. It's pointless thinking that the bubble that you've created and that you're enjoying so much now is the one and only bubble for you, or that it will last for the rest of your life. The only certainty we have is that it will pop. So take that into account. Enjoy it while it floats in the air. And then just know on the popping of it that that's inevitable. It always was. And it's followed by the blowing of another bubble. Now, although the teaching here is to develop greater simplicity, greater openness to life, smell the roses, spend some time enjoying the childlike pleasures of life, that is the message. And yet, the rider here is that must follow the completion of our duties. We have to stay on top of life in order for that innocent, childlike joy to exist. We can't blow bubbles when there are bills to pay and problems to deal with. We just don't have the right energy for it. The reason why children can blow bubbles is because they don't have to pay bills. So we have to get on top of life in order to be free to play. So it's the mystery here of being able to deal effectively, efficiently, and immediately, if you possibly can, with everything that needs to be dealt with, so that you're free to play. If you don't deal with the washing up as soon as you need to, and you go out and you try and have some fun, a part of your head is working on the fact that when you go back, you've got to do the washing up, or you've got to pay the bills, or you've got to do other chores, and you're not free to relax. And without that freedom to relax, there is no possibility of being open to the highest wisdom of spirit. Spirit requires us to be a little bit childlike, to enter and to shape our imagination, our creative imagination, so that we can overcome problems and find optimal solutions to problems, and also interesting new games to play, which will teach us interesting new things that we just could not imagine otherwise. It is an aspect of life that's not much celebrated. And yet, you find that the people that do celebrate it the most are the most highly developed spiritual beings. Spiritual teachers are very often very childlike, if you think that through. The real ones, I mean.